but you know, basically we can see that the traffic figure is, you know, correct. They're getting over 100,000 visits a month, almost 250,000. They're on the up at the moment, mainly US traffic. Most of it comes from organic search, or the fact that they know them. There's a little bit of social going on. We know the social sites they're running on, and again, remember that none of their content is original as such. It's curated and then editorial. And now they do deep editorial, and we don't need to do that in 100k factory, but yeah, I'm showing you what's possible, you know, with curation basically. Trubs, we mentioned, we found that's a social site, so you know, if you want to do some social interaction or promote your posts or whatever, you know, this seems like a pretty good related site, and it's got its own channel about hiker chat. So obviously if you're doing, you know, hiking or backpacking or whatever, then this could be a highly focused place to do social promotion on. And it came up, I can't remember how we, it was in the Google search, wasn't it? So the trading posts have been mentioned on here as well, so that's why it came up. So this could be a great place to go. We could check, you know, how popular Trubs is on click.com/follow, and let's just whop that in. Let's take the HTTP bit off. You know, so how popular? No, this is, you know, Trubs is going to be, you know, every topic that they do. So it's not a super active social site, but the 100,000, it's going down a little bit at the minute. But you know, the 100,000 people are going there. It's another place. It's another backlink. Again, a lot of a third of the traffic comes from search. Who says SEO is dead? I don't know. And it's just a little, you know, who is it? Just a little. Lost it again. It's a little chat board thing. You know, it's not really content. It's just chat. It's got pictures though, so maybe that's why it's popular. But anyway, but that's, you know, it's another little lead that we could be on. So this was a copy of what we had in case I got different results that time. That doesn't matter. And there we go. So that's it. So basically, you know, if you followed the you know, the PDF that you got from the 100k Factory case study just for subscribing, you know, to the pre-launch content, you know, then you get all this insight. So, but practically, you know, I'm showing you that, you know, we could use a site like BuzzSumo to find the articles, and then you can see that the people who are curating, people like, you know, Modern Hiker, who, you know, are only curating content, they're adding, you know, way more than we will do. Then you know, they can get, you know, 100,000, maybe 250,000 visitors a month, and you know, they're choosing to to monetize it with adverts to this stuff that they're not really controlling. We would be way more focused with our adverts, because we know that we're attracting you know, campers and hikers and backpackers, and so we would, you know, run, you know, probably gear related ads, or camping guides, or you know, holiday travel, what's the one I'm looking for, travel booking kind of stuff, rather than you know, dresses. But that's Google, you know, following me rather than, you know, following the site. But that's the way they do their advertising now. But you know, it's curation. All they're doing is curation, and they're getting 100,000, 200,000 visits a month from that. And yeah, we're pretty sure that they'll be making money out of that. Obviously, we haven't got an exact figure, but you know, if you're getting 100,000 visitors every month who are into something particular, then you know, they're potentially very targeted buyers. So they've got a shop, but I just missed it. So 0 for design. But anyway, but they have their own. Oh god, and they're selling t-shirts. Okay, so that's not so good. They've got a little Amazon affiliate thing, bookstore. So that's fair enough. So it's very small time. You know, they're not really. You know, they haven't really ramped up their offers yet. But you know, maybe they've got a big subscriber list. Maybe they've got easy solo slots or something. But you know, that's just the way they've chosen to monetize it. The point is they're getting the traffic. You know, how they monetize it is something else, but their shop's a bit of a disappointment. I don't even know why anyone would wear that particularly, but maybe they do. Anyway, but they're just creating, they're getting 100,000 visits every month, and we don't need to create, you know, this deeply. Now, I'll just explain very quickly why. So I mean, you know, if you look at this kind of thing, this, you know, the kind of article they've written, now it's great that they've got, you know, a nice picture and a headline, and you know they're backlinking to where they got it from, which is great. This one came from, actually it's them, but can't see where they got this one from. But anyway, but wherever it came from, yeah, it's great that they've got all this. But you see, I'm having to scroll to get it, and now I'm bored. Okay, I mean, you know, if I want the pictures, I can. But the point is if I'm interested, and I mean that's the most beautiful picture, but you know, if I'm a hiker and you know I land on the thing with this trail, that's obviously, you know, about hiking, and there's a bit of text, and then if I'm interested in hiking at this place, I'm going to click the link and go there. Now if I can do that without scrolling, then that's what I'm going to do, and in fact the other stuff just kind of confuses it. And if I'm landing here and the ad was actually, you know, in the right place, you know, in the same fold, then if I'm interested in the ad, then I can see the ad, and if I'm interested in the ad, I'm going to click. And it's up to you whether you do, you know, any overlays, or whether you use the little ad thumbs down here, which is very popular, you know, or how you monetize it, or how much hypertext linking you do in there, or whether you have a big kind of bio box down here with, you know, offers, and going, you know, if you're camping, you know, you need this particular product, so you could put a little product review right down below, which was super related to hiking. Okay, so that's why that's basically all the content we need to do. We don't need for them to scroll, because basically if they come to what we promised them in however they got there, and show them the thing and give them a bit about the destination and let them go to, you know, more about that if they want that, and we're showing them what we want to do, which is to show them our ads, our related, super related product review down here, then that's all we need to do. We don't need to do 15, you know, versions of that. You know, if we're going to do that, we're actually better to do 15 posts, you know, aimed with different traffic sources and different keywords and all that kind of stuff, and different offers, and do it, because, you know, that one's obviously hiking, maybe this one is more backpacking, so we might do the backpacking gear. This one's about more, you know, mountain climbing, so we might do more mountain gear for that. This one I don't even know what you wear to go to a waterfall, but whatever that is, you know, waterproof stuff, there we are. And maybe, you know, if you go in there you want more camping, you know, actual camping renting gears, rent equipment. This one, yeah, we might sell them something else. This one's back to walking, but it's more picturesque. So, you know, if each of these are different posts, we can run a different advert. But the most scrolling, and most visitors won't scroll. Okay, I mean, they will if they're super into the content, but we're not here to sell them content. We're here to sell them this, you know, this ad, or whatever, whichever ad it was, this ad here. But it's just in the wrong place, because they're putting all this other stuff in. So when we do it the 100k factory way, we're basically only doing this bit here, or whichever one it was, so this bit here, but with the ad in the right place, and rather than this down here, or be able to scroll up, we've got the super related product review. And then obviously we can put our own opt-in thing to get a free, best hiking locations or something, or yeah, whatever it is, video of stuff, to make them actually subscribe to our blog, effectively, and that's all we need to do. And then if there is another content, we do a new post with a new product, with a new offer, and new promotion to it, and then it looks like we've got more pages. All they've got is a really long article. Now that might be great for Google SEO, and they're doing well at Google SEO, but the Google SEO is not what we're doing. We don't need to rely on Google for traffic. Our search, our traffic report is not aimed at getting high SEO ranking. Now, we may get high SEO ranking in the same way that the little chat site thing here, Trubs, does, or because we're the most appropriate for the thing, or we're the best authority site because we do the most linking out to the best sources of content. But our job is not to get SEO love, okay? And that's why we don't need to do long deep articles and all this kind of stuff, and worry about keywords and semantic keywords and that kind of nonsense. We will have the internal linking between all of our posts, by one means or another. And we saw how well that worked on one of the pages we looked at. On the what are they called again? Sierra Trading Post. So we saw how well they ranked because they were internally linking, all their stuff. So we will have all the internal linking, same as them. So we may get great SEO, but the point is our traffic will come from, the means that we use to get it, and that's discussed in another section. It's a small trickle of paid advertising, but we're not using paid advertising to do it. We're not relying on SEO to do it. But we'll be getting the traffic, and in the end it will end up being direct because we want them basically to bookmark and subscribe to our channel. I've lost that again. To our channel and thing, because then they'll get the extra updates. Maybe we're offering them discounts and coupons, or product news, or essential travel tips, or travel location updates, or whatever it is, if they subscribe to us via whatever means we're going to use. An email will obviously be the best, but it might be that you have a social channel that you promote as well. It's up to you. But that's why that's all we need to do, because all the power is actually in. We'd use a proper title. That wouldn't work. We use a nice picture. We use a good little content summary, and we backlink to if they want more, they go get more. But by then they've already seen our ad, they've already seen our product review, a super related product review down here, or above it, or wherever, or over, or the side, however you want to do it, and the job's done. And that's the point, the job's done. And that's all you need to do to get these to work. You do 3 of those a week, and you will end up being on in the BuzzFeed feed. Obviously maybe not at the 19,500 thing, but we don't need to be that popular. Again, this 5,500 visitors, great, but what do they actually manage to sell? Okay, this is the gmanetwork.com. What do they do with all that traffic? They run an advert, and it's a what is it? I don't know what it is. It's a generic site, entertainment. I don't know how camping became entertainment, but anyway, but they run all of these. I don't know what they run. They run. Hang on, so let me give you that. There we go. They run all of these different categories of stuff. I mean, it's very interesting, very pretty, very distracting. I could click endlessly on whatever it is, but they cover loads of things, and it's really aimed at people who actually know who Aubrey Miles is, which I don't, who are interested in Japan, and I don't know who Tron Montero is now, but it's something about something. It's not really for people who are passionate about backpacking. So great, 5,500 people, but they're not backpacking related. And what are they selling? Some sort of ad somewhere. Now the thing that is interesting about this site is that they do have obviously they've got internal links to their other articles, so that they're doing the internal linking again, which we can do as well. That's theirs as well. But they do promoted stories. Now this promoted stories comes from Outbrain. Okay, so Outbrain are one of the specialists in promoting content. So instead of selling adverts, they sell featured content slots, and the amount of traffic that these people control is actually shocking. It's actually almost more relevant than ads. Okay, it's that much traffic, and they're one of the top 3 who do that. Anyway, but these are basically paid for ads, really, but they happen, rather than being ads for product, they're ads to featured content. So people are advertising their content. So for instance, what don't know which one we pick, but say this one, they're advertising their, it's not really one camping related, is there, but let's pick that one because for some reason it's making me want to click. So the Daily Forest have paid to be in this slot, so we've come through a long chain of stuff, but basically now here's the advert, so they'll get paid for showing these ads or for clicks on the ads. I'm not sure which way they do it, and we end up on their site with their article, and now they've either curated this or they've written it. Now they might be unfortunate in that they've written it, and if they did, then obviously that's costing them a lot of money, and it may or may not prove popular. So I'm not sure which they've done. It looks like they've written it, and so they've gone to all that expense. They're paying for traffic in the promoted content thing on Outbrain, and they're running adverts. And again, they run their own Outbrain on here from content ad. That's funny. So they're paying for ads on Outbrain, but they're actually running content.ad themselves. So maybe content.ad pay better, or maybe I don't know. But again, it's people. These are basically ads, but they're ads to featured content, not to actual products. And then when we click through, there'll be something to buy, or more advertising to to do. But we're now completely off of the backpacking travel circuit, and none of the offers are backpacking related. But these little ad things are very popular, and again we can use those. They can either be our own content or our own ads, or it could be ads that we've sold, or we could run one of the ad networks around it. So if you want to run that blog and you want more content to offer them, you can run these kind of ads. Hopefully they'll be more related once they're on our camping site, and just pop it below the article, and again job done. Okay, sorry, it was the modern, no, we could have that thing down there. I actually sell a little plugin that does those kind of ads for yourself. It does a little thing or two, and it's called Shock Spots. That's what it's called, Shock Spots, and that makes it very easy to put those in, and it picks the most popular, at least I think it does, the most popular ones, and shows them and that kind of stuff. But they do look pretty snazzy. So I've lost it again. No, I have lost it again. Those ads do look pretty snazzy because they look like they're featured content rather than ads. There it was. Okay, it's very hard not to be drawn. You're very hard to be drawn towards these. And if they were camping related, and this is on the camping site, then you can see why that would work. But the way that Modern Hiking were monetizing their content was by running basically ads from Outbrain, but Outbrain ads are advertised featured content rather than products. Okay, so there we go. And then all the Outbrain featured content advertisers then tend to sell products or more ads. So there we go. So that's it. Anyway, so the bottom line, the takeaway is that the Modern Hiking site which again I've lost. 100% curated content. There it is. 100% curated content. They're deeply editing it, which we don't need to do. I've explained to you why we can just get away with running the the fold only section, and some of the ways we can enhance that. But that's all we need to do, and I've shown you how we can find those fairly easily, and that it's not necessarily the most popular, as we just discussed with that one. Very sensational, interesting article, but not passionate. In this case, backpacking, passionate backpacking people. Whereas down the bottom, there may only be 300 of them, or whatever it is, but they're passionate and they're interested, and then that makes it a lot easier to sell the super related offers and to get them to join our list. And then when we do a few of these and we get a reputation for it, and Google sees we have a reputation for it, and we're out, we're backlinking to authority sites, and we're showing the best content that we can. Doesn't matter that the thing's only one picture and one paragraph and one title long. We're backlinking to the right places, we're being editorial about it, and we're doing it with quality. And again, that is why it cannot work automated. It just cannot work automated, because you and I can instantly see which ones are appealing, because we're people. We know what's appealing. We know to avoid names that we don't recognize. Okay, we know which are in a foreign language. We know which ones are sensational. But we know that instantly because we're human, and no automation software can do that. Now the automation software can shortlist these articles and find them for us, and that's obviously why I paid for this version of BuzzFeed for myself, because this helps finding the content, and I can see how popular it is, and where they advertise and all that kind of stuff super quickly. Okay, and that's why I do it, because I don't want to have to Google search for backpacking and see what's happening here, because I don't know if it's popular. Okay, then I have to go to the to the social sites and see how much it's been shared. Whereas this sort of thing, BuzzSumo or this one, they actually show us how popular this is. So just as a matter of aside, on April I'm not sure if it's the 9th or the 19th now, but this month anyway, there's another version of this coming from somebody else, which looks super great actually. And his one can automate, but I'm just saying, for the 100k factory process, we're actually trying to build a 6-7 figure business. We don't automate. It's the manual selection of 3 posts a week, and the editorial style that we add to it, and the way that we relate the offers to it. That's what makes it a 6-7 figure business. If you want to do the auto curation thing, you're looking at you're looking more at the auto blogging model, where you're running 20 or 30 sites on autopilot and hoping that it's going to work. Whereas with the 100k model, we're actually building stuff, a great site, by actually being specific and actually doing human editorial. And it's a lot more rewarding, because whatever you end up with is your pick, your version. It's your travel site or whatever, your hiking backpacking site, and it's got the stuff that you think is cool, the pictures you think are cool, the sites that you think are worth going to, and the offers and super related product reviews that you're recommending. It's all you. It's so it's you're actually creating something. Whereas with the auto blogging thing, nothing like as effective, and not rewarding at all, because it's on autopilot. But if you run the autopilot model and you go for the super big figures, it's not the kind of content that actually gets buyers. Okay, the people who are looking for this, I mean, it's not so obvious in this one because it just is backpacking, but it's that's in a foreign language, I can't tell. But all these ones which are sensationalist or whatever, this one, 72-year-old thingy, the people who are going to read that, the 4,500 people are going to go read this, are interested in the 72-year-old person. It's a lady, in fact. And that's why they're coming here. They're not coming here because they're interested in backpacking. Okay, it may be related to backpacking, or it may not. but no, it must be related to backpacking. But they're not coming for the backpacking. So the number of people who are going to come to see a 72-year-old who are actually backpackers is probably going to be very low. The people who are going to come to this are going to be people interested in how a 72-year-old is backpacking. Okay, but they're not necessarily backpackers themselves. So the people who land on this article, although they're 4,500 or 4,200, they're not really passionate backpackers. And this particular site, I think it's just a dude. I don't know if there's even anything to buy. He doesn't seem to even be running any ads, does he? He's got no ads there. Oh, hang on, he wants us to. Okay, so he's selling travel mainly, so it popped up. It was subtle, ish. So he's selling, travel basically, in one way or the other. Oh right, there we are. No, it's the wrong way around. So that's his post. Is that an ad? Or is that his? I don't know if that's his or somebody else's, but it could be an ad. He's getting interaction, which is good. That's great. But he's doing whatever he's having to do to get all this, and it's probably hard work. And we don't know how successful he is. Was that actually written by him? Oh, you're right. So he's actually written his own book. But he's selling travel, and he's selling all this. So they're right at the. I don't know why it's gone now. They're right at the bottom, and I didn't actually click there, so I don't quite know what happened then. That's something weird there. Anyway, he's selling this stuff and he's selling travel, so he's putting content up. Ads next to content, same model as we're doing, but he's having to write all of this stuff. He may have curated it. I don't think he did in this particular case. No, I think he wrote this himself. So he had to write all of this, just to sell. And again, it's the whole thing. You have to scroll to consume it, and most people probably don't. If we looked at his bounce rate, we'd probably find it was horrendously high, and that they don't go to other pages and all that kind of stuff, which probably means that they don't end up at the bottom, which is a long way down, to actually buy anything. But he did do that pop-up after the delayed pop-up, so maybe that's how he gets most of his thing, by list building. But anyway, so he's, I don't know how well he's doing, but it's a difficult path. Okay, he's writing all this content. It's very low-key selling. He's building a list. Good for him, but we don't need to do all this in the 100k factory. We could just come along and go, 72-year-old woman, travelling with a picture of the monkey. That would be enough. We'd have a little one paragraph here, and then we'd show related things. But we're appealing to actual, backpackers, and not to, 4,200 people who are interested in, how the hell a 72-year-old is even walking, let alone backpacking. So that's the difference. Anyway, I've gone on, way too long. But I wanted you to see the kind of reality of it, to see how simple it is, to see how real it is. It's very feasible, it's very realistic. There's not a lot of work to do. You can just use a site like BuzzSumo, or preferably the one that's coming in on the 9th or the 19th, because that will be a one-time fee. BuzzSumo charge $99 a month for what they do. And this other thing's going to be under $50 lifetime, and it's basically the same thing. And there we go. This other one I bought, I'm not sure if it's still available or not. I'll check that out and let you know. But the one that caught my eye is this new one coming out on the 9th and 19th, because it will give you all the stuff. And as I say, it will automate, but I suggest that you don't use the automated feature of it. Obviously you could do a second tier of blogs where you automate, and just to get more traffic, and you can test it for yourself. But the 3 manual posts a week that you make on your one blog, manually, are probably going to far outweigh the traffic, and particularly the sales that you get from the automated content. We all dream that automated works, but automated doesn't really work. It's that manual touch where you decide which is the best photo, which is the best headline, what's the most interesting paragraph to write, and what's the best place to send them. And then, you know, again, same thing for the offers. What's the most related, super related offer for that particular thing that you picked. And that's it. No scrolling down the fold. It's over. If you want to run the, you know, the keep forgetting the name of the thing, the thumb ads, then you can, whether they're your own from ShockSpots, which I sell, or you use a service like Outbrain or whatever, or content.ad, then, you know, that's up to you. But, you know, it's the same, you know, principle. Okay, that's it. So I'm going to stop there. I hope that's given you a good insight to it. I hope you're inspired by that. You know, they're getting 100,000. You know, in content. Yeah, this woman's obviously very dedicated. She does a lot of work, and she's not really getting anywhere. And she's writing her own content, and she did the guest post. But the people who are winning, and you know, and whatever these people were called, the trading post, probably may have paid her to do it, or it might just be for the backlink. But the people who won this really, yeah, trading post. The people who won this really are Modern Hiker, because they just curated stuff that trading posts do, and that's it. And they're still getting 100,000. Or possibly even 250,000 visitors a month, just from curating other people's stuff. Okay, now these people have deep edited it, and they may be doing a mashup or not. We don't need to do that to get basically the same results. Okay, but that's their choice, the way they monetize it, their choice. We're just, you know, smarter and better at getting to the point, basically. So that's it. The webinar for 100k Factory, where they explain and they're going to reveal you know, one of their highest paying niches and how they do it, is next week, depending when you're watching this. So I'd go along to that. It's obviously free. You know, even if you don't buy the thing, you'll have all that information to work with for yourself. That's it. Talk to you then. Bye for now. Oh, and sorry, just if you want to you know, follow up on any of this, the links will be in the blog post where the video links you to. But if you want to, you know, get to the webinar and get the case study and get the I've got the name of it now, the bounce breaker plugin thing, then it's clickjustclick.com/Steve100k blueprint. clickjustclick.com/Steve100k blueprint, just as it says there. Okay. And the link to this post with the resources and everything, and this video will be in the email, which is how you got to it. So that's it. Talk to you then. Bye for now.